Thanks for sticking around. While you guys were watching the break, I was having a bit more of a rustle through the pantry, and I've managed to come up with the ingredients to make some crepes. So for these you're going to need half a cup of plain flour, around 500 mils of milk depending on the flour, just some oil just to grease your pan so it doesn't stick, and just one egg. But you're also going to need a filling for your crepes. My favourite is Nutella, but generally whatever you spread on your toast at brekkie will work just fine. Peanut butter, jam, they're all good. Probably not Vegemite though. So to make our crepes we're going to need to make our batter. To begin with this, get your ingredients ready. Start off with your egg. Your egg helps hold your crepes together, and it also helps them set so they're nice and flexible as well. So it's quite an important part. So mix your egg in a bit. You don't need to mix it in completely, and then start with your milk. Just want to add a little bit at a time because that'll avoid it getting lumps. There's nothing worse than when you're eating pancakes or crepes and you just cop a mouthful of just a little flour ball. That's what we're trying to avoid. So whisk it in. And you just keep going until you get the desired texture. So you need to make sure you whisk it quite well because you want to activate all of the gluten in the flour. That's what's going to hold it all together. So the consistency we're going for is a saucy consistency, a bit like gravy. But once you're there, it's time to ladle it in. But firstly, a bit of oil. It also helps to use a non-stick pan if you've got a good one. So just spread your oil around, maybe a touch more even. And you want this to be on a low to medium heat. If you have it too hot, it's going to burn before it cooks. So sometimes it takes a test one, hopefully not today. I like to use a ladle, that way it doesn't sort of go everywhere around your jug or your bowl or anything. And it also means that it's a good consistent measure, so they're all the same. So when we're cooking this crepe, we're not actually going to flip it. So you need to make sure it's cooking well on one side. That's why it needs to be a low heat. You can see on here now that it's starting to cook around the edges, but the centre's still very liquidy. We'll wait until we start to see some air holes coming through, and then we're going to add our filling. So now I can smell this has started to cook, and I can see what we're looking for. It's nice and firm in the middle, and the edges are cooked. So it's time to add our Nutella. Not the easiest of jobs, but definitely worthwhile. The more you can get in there, the better. I think that'll do for now. I'm on a bit of a diet. Start by folding it at the bottom. You can see how beautiful and crispy that is. Fold your other side, and then fold the lot. All we want to do now is just let this seal off on the bottom. Then it's time to pop it on our plate. So that'll do, just 10 seconds. Off it comes onto our plate. Well, that's what I've come up with, and I reckon I've done pretty well. We're going to run a little competition on Facebook. I want to know what you really creative cooks at home have come up with when you haven't had time to nick down the shops. Put your stories up on Facebook. If you've got a photo, even better. And whoever gets the most likes will win our grand prize pack, featuring this apron as worn on Cooking with Cam by me, and a highly sought after signed copy of the DVD. So make sure you get in quick because you don't want to give me too much of a head start. Thanks to the guys down at FareShare for showing us around, and they're doing an amazing job. If you want to help them out, follow the links from our website and it should take you there. I'll see you next week.